Welcome to Big Play Studios on the beautiful shores of the Great Lakes.
The Great Lake Erie, baby.
The Great Lake Erie.
Happy Tuesday, everyone.
Happy Tuesday. We're here at Burke Lakefront Airport.
Right.
I'm Josh Cribbs.
And I'm Maria Cribbs, and welcome to The Return with Josh and Maria Cribbs. We returning, baby.
It's the return, baby.
How you feeling this fine? I can't even call it Victory Tuesday, but how you doing, Josh?
I'm not doing so good. And
you woke up today.
I woke up to.
Did you say thank you, God? I'm grateful.
No, I did not.
You gonna get struck
So
down.
I'm gonna say it now. Thank you, God. I'm grateful. However,
It's like 8 hours late.
let's hop back into my human
God said,
emotion.
no, I don't know you.
God, hey, He knows my heart. You know, as we all of us sinners say, God knows my heart.
Anytime you do something wrong, all you gotta do is say, God know my heart.
We do something wrong. God, you know my heart.
Yes.
However, I'm in mourning, and I think regardless of I'm hopping into the Pittsburgh Steelers Browns game briefly. I'm just in mourning, regardless of what happened during the game. The loss of Nick Chubb,
Man,
that was
crazy.
just a blow. You know, as soon as we lost him, I didn't care about the rest. Even when we had success, it dominated my emotions, my psyche.
As a player, when you see someone as dominant and as much as a threat and an asset to have on your team as Nick Chubb go down, from a player's perspective, do you lose hope or is it just like, dang?
It's the latter. It's not that you lose hope. It's the NFL. But you do struggle emotionally, like, wow, like, dang, my guy,
Right.
A big part of our offense, a huge part, a significant. We
Man.
can't overshadow the amount of input, the amount of worth and value Nick Chubb is to the Cleveland Browns, and not just the Browns, but the offense.
Yes.
And it showed out there. What else, Maria? Like,
Well,
we're
I just
gonna
want
get
to
into
double
it,
back. We're gonna
but
talk
go
about
ahead.
that later, but I admire y'all like gladiators out there. Because if I were to see an injury like that as I'm playing, say we working together, and I see you done got your hand chopped off, I'm quit. I quit. This job
Not
is
my
too.
hand,
This job is too. This job is too much for me.
My hand?
I just couldn't. No, I'm just saying, like I couldn't witness an injury like that and like mentally want to go on because I'm thinking, oh, I'm next, or
my
you know what I mean?
goodness. I get
For
it.
you able to witness something like that, and even like if you go, and everybody was showing the videos 'cause they didn't,
psychologically.
because they didn't replay the
Rightfully
the play,
so.
yeah, because it was crazy. But people start
It
sending
was
out,
awful.
and you can find anything on Twitter now. Anything you want to see, you can. And I
can
don't know if it's a good
go
thing or a bad
online.
thing, but sure enough, the video started circulating, and I'm a visual person. I didn't need to see that, and I can't get that image out of my head. But I couldn't be on the field with somebody and see something like that, and then just business as usual. I just couldn't. But
think
that's
it's
why
the
y'all get paid
gladiator.
the big bucks.
I think it's the gladiator sport
Yeah.
of football. We
Yeah.
all speak about, you got to be a dog out there. And that's just not physically, it's mentally as well. The rigors. It even happens at the amateur level.
Right.
I remember coaching my son, and his friend broke his arm doing a blocking drill, a hitting drill. He literally folded his arm up. Other guys saw that at the amateur level, at the pee-wee football level,
Right.
and they didn't want to. They were scared,
Yeah.
and a few of them were like, they didn't want to hit no more. They didn't want to play no more,
Right.
because of what they saw.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like that. That right there, Maria, separates the boys from men.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to see that at a young age,
Right.
but it does. The gladiator sport is gladiator for a reason.
Right. That's true, man. Well, our thoughts and prayers are going out to Nick Chubb. and
More
his
than our
family, all
thoughts
the
and our
fans. We're
prayers, our
thinking-
hearts.
Our hearts ache for you
It's
I don't
like
know
our
what's to come of
condolences.
that, yeah.
It feels like a loss.
because it is a loss to the team.
not-
but even
No, it feels
I'm
like
worried about how
a
he's
death.
feeling mentally. Yeah, I
It
wonder how.
feels like a death in the family.
Yeah.
And it feels like a death of a season. We know we have a lot, in store for this season. We're 1-1, and we're gonna hop into it in a little bit.
Yeah.
But it is such a drain. It's more than a loss. It's more than just losing Pittsburgh, because it didn't have to be Pittsburgh. The loss of Nick Chubb to this season is such a blow.
In week 2.
It feels like a death in the family.
Yeah, it does. So we hope wherever he's at, he's getting the
He
medical
is. He's getting
attention
that.
he needs,
Yeah.
but his mental, because I know, as someone who goes as hard as he goes.
Getting a lot of support
that is
around the league.
A huge
Around the league, everyone knows his ability. Everyone knows his his how hard he fought, how hard he played, and what he represents to this
and
team.
Can I just say, and I hate to be this person, but can I just say, and that's why running backs need to get paid more. They're fighting for their what's due for them because they don't have the longevity in their careers. Because the running back, they're gonna get ran through. That's why I feel like it's important for them to secure the bag because they're out there grinding it, gritting it through, trying to get those yards. They deserve to be paid because of the lack of longevity of their career, their bodies. Their bodies can only take so much. So to see an injury like that happen, we don't know whether he's going to come back this season, come back at all. We don't know. But the fact that shows you right there why I believe running backs need to get their money now. Because I'm going to go, you see someone like Nick Chubb, that's why he deserves to get paid because he goes hard. Every time he in there, he goes hard. There's no one like him. He deserves to be paid, deserves to be compensated for the mere fact that how hard he goes and that the wear and tear in their body is more than the average player out there because of what they go through, the rigors that their body go through. I believe the running backs need to get paid what they're due because they go through so much during that short time span that they have on any NFL team.
And with that, we'll take our first commercial break.
I got already? We'll be right back.
We are the return.
Let's go.
Downtown Cleveland.
You're not going to kick me off the airways. I got more to talk about.
I know.
But right now it's time for the dogs are barking, babe. What you got for them?
Dogs are barking.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to be...
Get your energy up. Come on.
A somber spirit. It won't happen today.
Oh,
but we're definitely going to move on. Talking about Nick Chubb. And, I feel as though I played yesterday. I feel they had Monday Night Football as a former player. I've been there, done that. I've lost big games. I've won tight games. Mm-hmm. But it felt like, from a former player fan now, it felt so real. The emotion, the heartbreak. I don't even want to turn on the television. That's how I felt after losses while I played for the Cleveland Browns. Mm-hmm. I didn't want to turn on ESPN or Sports Center, none of that.
Right. I don't want to hear what we did wrong. I don't want to hear their success.
We don't, and that's how I feel. I don't want to watch nothing. I'm like, what else is on? What movies? What TV shows? Non-sports? That's how it feels.
You feel like I done put my body through all this for nothing?
For nothing.
Because we done lost, and I got to hear about the Patriots winning. The Cowboys winning.
I ain't hearing about none of that.
I'm just saying when you was playing. Because the Patriots was dominating when you was playing.
But see,
when
I lost,
right now without...
I turned it off. So I ain't here. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
And fortunately, we played... Yesterday's game was a Monday Night Football, so I already got all the scores. Yeah. Because if it was a Sunday, I would have turned the games off and not watch any NFL. Mm-hmm. 26-22 to a division opponent. Not just a division opponent, but the Steelers. It hurt tremendously. It was a major blow in our psyche because pound for pound, the Cleveland Browns were a better football team. Pound for pound, offensively, defensively, and special teams. Mm-hmm. On paper, the Cleveland Browns was a better football team than the Pittsburgh Steelers. Right. And I hate saying on paper because if I say that to Coach
You're gonna say,
Sam Ratigliano, don't take it from me. Don't take it from me.
Go ahead.
Coach Sam Ratigliano would tell me toilet paper, and I know you took it from me, but
sorry, you said
that's why I hate saying. They look good. A team looks good on paper.
But this was the first time in a few decades that the Browns were ever they were favored.
They were favored, but it would have been the first time in a few decades that they had a 2-0 start, which they should have. Mm-hmm. And we talked about losing Nick Chubb. Jerome Ford came in right away and filled in some very big shoes. Mm-hmm. Racked off a 70-yard, what seemed to be a touchdown. Yeah, he ran out of gas, but he answered the call. So it wasn't the run game. So when we go to our offense, I want to talk about that first. Very disappointing. I think we know, and it was straight facts from stats and from how the game went. Our offense was non-existent. Our offense was so bad that the only way the Steelers stayed in the game was by scoring on our offense. Our offense is supposed to score for us. The only way they won the game was by scoring on our offense.
That's crazy.
I had high hopes for Deshaun coming back, and it's still early. You remember you said that last year.
I mean last week. It's only week 1. Now it's only week 2.
We're 1-1.
Right.
That's not bad. That's not the worst of things.
Right.
We overreact as Browns fans.
It was an away game. It was the Steelers.
We overreact as Browns fans. That was reminiscent of how the game went last year when we beat them in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
However, when you look at that game, Deshaun Watson already said he played, and he used the expletive word, he played the worst.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, what word was it? The F word?
The S word. With a Y at the end.
He said the
T-Y.
F word. I like the F word.
No, he said he played city. It rhymes with city.
But he should have said, I played effing.
Okay,
you know
he needed an adjective to put some umph on it. Okay.
I got to help him with that.
But he knows. You're correct.
At least he said it.
Do you feel, Maria, that I was too high on Deshaun in his offense? Watching the game, I felt like maybe I was too high. I went on Good Morning Football and said Deshaun Watson would be a top 5 quarterback in the first 5 games. A top 10 quarterback. I forgot which one I said in the first 5 games.
I think there's still time.
We're 2 games in.
I think, but the only thing is sometimes when you talk about the Browns, you lead with your heart because you do love this team.
I can see,
and
I see that.
And that's why I'm here to balance him out and keep him, his feet on solid ground because I'm a realist. And with Sean Watson, I just feel like it's week 2. Now let me see week 5 and 6 and see what we're working with. I can make that kind of prediction, but I mean, it was just the pick 6, the fumble. And what was that one fumble where everybody was fumbling the ball? Remember that? Was that on? Did we have the ball in?
We caused them to fumble.
Okay, all right. It was just the ugly game, but I mean, at what point
turnover after turnover.
When you pay somebody so much money, I do feel like it needs to already be there. And I don't care if it's Deshaun Watson, any QB. When you get paid $200 and $300 million, I feel like it's go time. Go time. It's game 1. It should be go time. But as a QB, you can't do it all by yourself. He has a solid core. He has a solid group there. That's what I'm saying. So all that pressure being on him. But I guess when you're the QB, that's just how it is. It's your team.
I'm gonna try to be unbiased because
go ahead.
I was so, like you said, I love this team.
Yeah.
And I'm biased. I was biased towards Deshaun Watson's growth. Mm-hmm. Remember, I coached down in with the Texans.
You did?
During his tenure.
Yeah.
I actually saw the greatness like the world did of him, what he did for the Texans.
Because he the real deal.
I expected him having a full offseason for him to come in, not with a slow start.
Yeah.
Okay.
But didn't he sit out a year?
Yes.
Didn't he sit out a year?
Yes.
And then also, he didn't get a full season with the Browns.
I don't want to continue to make excuses.
Okay. Well, then, all right. I'm just trying to.
He wouldn't.
And he's not. He put a tweet out there. He's saying I played crappy. All right.
So I don't want to make excuses either.
Right.
So obviously, the offense has to play better.
But we know what he can do, period. The offense needs to play better.
I don't care about that.
Right.
It ain't what you can do at this point.
Right.
Now you got to do it.
Right.
Because when we look at this team, they didn't just stink it up.
Mm-hmm.
It was as if they were out there point shaving. So at some point, they have to look themselves in the mirror and say, we played that bad.
Yeah.
Now, of course, there were good things to see.
Hold on, when you say that, it means that we played that bad, that it seems like we played that bad on purpose? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, because I got my girls watching. I got to just break it down to them.
It seems like they were going for the other team.
Dang.
I'm not conspiracy.
I know you're not. I'm just saying.
I'm not saying that that's what happened
if
by
someone
no
was just
stretch.
looking the side eye like, what's going on here?
I'm not saying by no stretch of the imagination that that's what's happening.
Right.
I'm saying that they played that bad. Now, I want to move on to our defense.
Mm-hmm.
My typical bet was ruined by the offense.
Oh, that's crazy.
Our defense was on the field so long.
Yeah.
And was crushing the Steelers, was crushing Kenny Pickett, was shutting down all their receivers, Calvin Austin, Pickens. I mean, they was shutting these guys down. Denzel Ward was playing lights out.
He was.
Awesome, Newsome, Dewsome.
Yeah.
Zero coverage. I told him 0 down. That was my typical. The Warden package.
Oh, the insurance
Emerson package.
You got to play that insurance video on here,
The
Josh.
all-inclusive Jim Schwartz package.
Yeah.
It was on full display.
He was ready.
They was shutting, and I think the defense is the real deal.
Yeah.
So look out, NFL. The Browns' defense is the real deal. The secondary is the real deal, led by the Warden, Emerson. Grant Delpit even started making his mark. You see Myles Garrett and Zadarius Thomas, even the front, the D-line in the front.
Well, when Myles got up limping, I said, oh, no. You see that?
And he stayed on the field.
He stayed on the field. I was like, thank you. Please,
Now, the defense that we have, they gladiators. That's what teams have won with less.
Mm-hmm.
So we're 1-1. The defense gives me hope. Offense, you're on the clock. Now, you don't have to, our offense does not have to play great. Had they not turned the ball over so many times, we win by default because our defense played so well.
And hold on, let me just go ahead and ask you this question. When it comes to players, because I feel like they're not gelling right now. The offense is not gelling right now. When it comes to players, when they choose to not play during the preseason, wouldn't that help get some of those kinks out?
It would.
Because now we got to wait till game 5, 6, 7 to see how the team is gelling when they could just be playing preseason together, start these few games together, and automatically be there by the beginning of the season.
You're absolutely correct. However, they don't get a choice whether they play or not. Either the coach
benefit them though
at the beginning of the week, hey, you're playing this week. Mm-hmm. They know right away.
You can't ask. You can't say, hey, I want this.
They can suggest.
Okay.
To you know.
I want to be in the game, coach. Put me in the game.
Deshaun Watson can go say, I need these reps.
Yeah.
Even then, the coach got to say, I can't get you injured. Nick Chubb ain't play a down in preseason. And it ain't affect his ability.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
It ain't affect his ability.
Wait a minute. Nick Chubb didn't play a down in
preseason?
Play
a down in preseason.
So then was his body ready to go full go?
He was ready.
Come to start the season?
I don't
care.
You
haven't been pushing your body to the max during preseason. I don't care
if he was a mechanical bull out there. That hit that was laid on his leg.
Yeah, that hit's different.
He's not Megatron out there.
Yeah.
He can't metamorphose his, he can't transform his body into into flight mode and make his, and levitate.
And speaking of the hit, I'm going to just call it because I like every time you play for the Steelers, I said they just played dirty. Was that a legit hit?
It was a legit hit. I need us to stop saying that it wasn't.
Okay.
Well, how do you tackle a Nick Chubb? You throw your body at his legs. You can. That's the only way you can get him down.
Right.
He's a Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb is such a Nick Chubb that he got his own adjective. He got his own pronoun. He's a Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb. People describing everybody else as Nick Chubb.
Yeah. And you couldn't get on the tracks with him. You just
squatting like 700 pounds or something like that.
He's a Nick Chubb. Yeah. So when we talk about the
Steelers do play dirty though.
They do.
Okay.
But when you got a DB,
just not in that
when you got a DB or safety going up against a Nick Chubb, you throw everything you got. You throw your body at him, and that's what happened. Yeah, he could have went a little higher, but that's risk of him getting ran through. Had that hit been on the upper part of his knee, he getting ran through.
Yeah.
So because it was on the lower part, his whole body had a little piece of his leg. So, and moving on, our defense was so dominant. The only way their team scored again, as I said, Maria, is on against our offense.
Man, that's crazy.
Not a credit to their defense, though. They do have T.J. Watt. They did play well, but it wasn't a credit to their team.
Well, let's talk a little bit more of the dogs bark when we get back after this commercial break, okay?
Let's do it.
All right. So since you're saying that our defense was sucky, even Deshaun Watson, the QB, said he played sucky. The offense was sucky. What going into this week? What should be the focus of the team?
Well, fans, we gotta mull it over a little bit.
I'm not saying fans because you coach, and he still gets several offers to coach. He's just doing this TV thing right now.
Of course,
this is Coach Cribbs as well.
I love it.
What's the game plan going into this week?
It's simple.
Because the offense did
we
crazy.
match up well against even the Tennessee Titans.
Mm-hmm.
We match up well. Defensively, they're going to do their thing. Mm-hmm. We're going to shut down what they have. They don't have a passing attack that's dominant enough to warrant not shutting down Derrick Henry.
Right.
They have a back that their whole offense starts with him gaining gaining ground against an opposing team's run defense.
But are you
When
supposed to
can-
bring the other, like, I'm not talking about the Titans, our next opponent. How do we work out the kinks in-house? Like, why do we have to focus on the next game when we got to clean up our house?
It's always the next game.
Oh, okay.
So they can't dwell on what happened too long. They play on
Gotta
Sunday.
move on.
It's a short week.
Okay.
They play Monday. So they gotta move on. Short memory.
Right.
They can't change what happened.
Right.
But they can fix it.
Okay.
They got a good defense. The keys to the game would be to shut down their run game and make the Tennessee Titans beat them through the air.
Right.
They have some new additions, but it's not clicking like that. Like, they're not a dominant. They haven't shown me in the short period of the season that their game is other than a run defense that goes through a run offense that goes through Derrick Henry.
Right. Let me ask you this about our offense. Since we did lose such a target, a threat, as we did in Nick Chubb, are we going to start wondering where Kareem Hunt is? Or you got
Yes.
some friends that are scouts.
That's a good
We should have
question.
called them and said, does anybody know where Kareem Hunt is?
That's a good question.
Do we have him suit up? He's familiar with the Browns, the scheme. He's
Yes.
familiar with the program.
That's huge. what
Is
you
he
just
at
said.
home just watching? Is he still available? Is he in shape? He ready to go?
That's huge.
That's
what you
huge?
just said.
Okay.
Because when you
Where's
look at
Kareem
the
Hunt
running
at?
backs out there,
Tell me, have you seen him?
have you
Seen
seen
him?
them?
Hey. Tell me, have you seen him? Have you? I'm telling you, where's Kareem Hunt at?
Hey.
We need him.
Yeah, and
And not to say that Ford, he held down. He's held it down, but
down.
Kareem Hunt.
you need somebody that can come in there right away, know the scheme, can pick it up, and operate. I think, the more likely scenario is that they'll get a guy.
Okay.
You probably would never have heard of him, and then they'll move up somebody from the practice squad.
Oh,
But I hope they do, because running back is not a difficult position to come in right away and plug and play.
Okay.
Hope they do go get a guy, whoever they need to, and then, add to our running back depth.
But
They
why
will.
go get a guy when you can go get Kareem Hunt?
It just works that way. Maybe they just moved on from Kareem Hunt. That's why.
All right.
But okay, I want to, to decompress a little bit.
All right.
I want to look at fantasy football. I'm in 3 leagues in fantasy
we
football.
talking fantasy
I want to put
football.
my fantasy football scores up there on the screen.
Okay, you got some. Okay.
Yes, and can you make that bigger? Because the first league that we
try.
had was the really amazing league, and that's with Ricky Smith.
That name is really amazing.
Yeah, Ricky Smith. Can you read the
Oh, Ricky
scores
Smith?
for me on that?
Oh,
Yeah.
the scores right here?
Go down the scores.
I don't know
for
how to read fantasy
for the-
stuff, Josh. What
And that's
you mean?
why I think it's hilarious. The really amazing league.
Vengeance 96.74.
Yes, that's me.
That-
96. I won 96, and I'm Vengeance.
Your name is Vengeance.
My name is Vengeance because
Why
I
would it
did
be like
so
the
bad.
Return Man or To the Crib? Why is it
Because
Vengeance?
I did so bad last year in this fantasy league that Ricky Smith went around telling everybody how bad a player, like, oh, he supposed to be the NFL coach, the NFL player. And I did bad. So my
Anything to make him
name,
feel like he know more than you.
my
Yeah.
name is Vengeance. Go
Vengeance.
ahead down the list,
Okay,
Maria.
who's the commish?
Oh my God, the commish.
135.5.
The commish.
Oh,
It's like commissioner.
Oh, like
Yeah,
the commissioner.
keep going.
Oh my goodness. Okay. The talented Mr. Ridley, 128.82.
Who'd he beat?
He beat Folding Chair.
the names is
so
a
the
big-
name underneath is a person who
who
so,
they beat. Yep. And in bold is the winner. Keep
So the
going.
whole fantasy league they don't compete against each other. He's
They
only
do.
going against Mr. Folding Chair.
Nope, that's game week by week.
Oh, week
I'm
by
gotta
week.
show her how it works.
Okay,
so
yeah, show me how it
everybody
works.
going to trade.
We're gonna learn about this.
Yeah, you gonna
okay,
play a
Bird
different
Gang
team.
won 111.66. One of my favorite numbers.
Bird
111.
Gang did not win.
Bird
It's
Gang
the
did.
bold. I keep telling you, it's
Why
the
would you
one
put
in
a-
bold.
Oh, how well?
How well?
How well? If you hear me.
Yeah, holla if you hear me. That's the play on that.
135.52. And then, okay, Team W, 137.74. He won over BTD.
Yeah,
108.
BTD.
Yep. And then Jimmy's Unreal Team, he got 133.74. He won over Josh's champion team.
And that's
not
another
you.
Josh
Is that
in the
you?
league.
No? Okay.
It's another Josh.
95.76 is what he have. And then B's breathtaking team, 117.04. He won over the Ultimate Warriors, 103.68.
Okay, I want to
Okay.
go to my second league. And we're going to go down. I'm in with Jason.
Okay. Oh, what's up, Jada?
Dusted Records.
Okay.
That's it. He made the name up. Dusted Records. Go ahead and read that down, Maria.
Because he's a DJ. Okay.
Yeah.
He DJs part-time. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So look, Dog Pound. They won.
Who you think that is?
That's you? Why you go from the Vengeance to Dog Pound? I need to help you with these
different
names,
leagues.
Josh.
I'm the Dog Pound,
okay.
baby.
So you won 111.80 over Best Kept Secret. Then Cams and Mass.
Yeah,
Who's
that's
that?
Jay right there.
Oh, that's him right here. Okay,
Yeah.
114.88. He won over the two-time champ, 105.42. And then Bettis 2023, 194.94.
Yeah, you don't got to read the score. Just say who the
Oh,
winners.
he won over, who was that?
Attack of the Bald Heads. That's what his name is.
Attack of the Bald
The
Head.
names is hilarious.
Okay,
Keep going.
Flacco's game, won over Beasley. Starstruck won over Fantasy Chick. Okay, you got some girls in the league?
Okay.
Now hold on now, ladies. Y'all better make sure these ladies in these leagues ain't just getting in these leagues, get with these men now. Because who is Fantasy Chick? And whose fantasy she want to be?
I'm going to have to ask Jay about that one.
She mean fantasy, like football fantasy?
Yeah. That's,
she better, okay, y'all got group checks going on? She got your phone number?
Continue, please.
Okay, and then General Zod's Army won over Mogul.
Okay, now this is the next league I'm in.
How many leagues
I'm only in 3. I'm only in 3. Because I can only handle 3. Let me tell you
You can, because let me tell you, we're driving on the freeway. Josh has to pull over sometimes because he needs to align some players or something like that. It's getting ridiculous.
That's how it has to go that way sometimes.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
It works that way sometimes. So this is the League of Champions. I'm in it with my boy, former Cleveland Brown, Steve Sanders.
Oh, Steve Sanders.
Yes.
Okay, all right, so here you go. S. Nelson Mandela won over Team Evans. All Money in 216. That's probably Steve right there.
Nope, that's not Steve. Nope.
He won. Okay, he won over J Troop, and then the Nature Boy won over Big Easy's Beast, and then Could Have Been Champ won over Damn You Was Close.
That name.
Fantasy Goat.
That's Steve.
Is that Steve?
That's Steve.
Which
Fantasy
one?
Goat.
Hold on. Oh, okay. Fantasy Goat won over Kibbles and Vicks, like Mike Vick.
No, like Kibbles and Bits. Kibbles and Vicks.
Oh, Kibbles and Victories.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to learn these names.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
Your Money Spends Well won over He Hates Me. And then what's this one right here?
Yeah, read it.
Thanos
Yes.
over Team Davis.
Who you think that is?
That's you.
Thanos.
That's you right there.
Yeah, this is Thanos before the Infinity War.
Okay.
Yeah, Thanos Infinity War. Not Endgame. This ain't Endgame.
Oh my goodness, Josh. I gotta get on this fantasy thing.
So that's the fantasy scores. We had fun, and it is a group chat.
Okay.
Man, it's the man. Everybody talking trash
I want
on
to know
there.
who fantasy chick is.
I'm
Don't be saying you fantasy around my husband.
What? It's fantasy football.
She need to be Nightmare Chick. I'm gonna find her number. We gonna.
I like that.
But no.
I'm gonna have to tell
Nightmare
her.
Chick. Oh,
Nightmare Chick. You should
Nightmare.
join the league. That'd be
I
a
wouldn't
good
know
name.
What to do. I don't know how to do that.
Maria, before I talk about our next topic and
All right.
Baker,
Mm-hmm.
I'll go around the AFC for me. Real
Okay,
quick.
AFC scores around North. Cincinnati lost to the Baltimore Ravens 24-27. Of course, our Cleveland Browns lost 22-26.
So the standings in the AFC North,
Man.
it's kind of reversed because
Mm-hmm.
Baltimore is 2-0. Then you got the Steelers, who are 1-1.
1-1.
And then there's us, but we lost to the Steelers, so we're in 3rd right now. And then it's the lowly Cincinnati Bengals.
They 0-2.
And guess what? They were 0-2 before they made a Super Bowl run.
That's true. I'm
and then
telling
they popped
you,
off
they
8
gotta
straight.
knock the dust off the team. They
So
not
when
ready.
you
It's
think
week 2.
when you think we're down and out, when you
Mhm.
think a team is down and out, it's early.
Yeah.
They have a chance to get it together, and that's what the Cleveland Browns have to do. They have to get it together. I want to talk about before we head into Hey Family.
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield led the Bucks to another win.
I heard he down there killing it.
2-0. He last week he won angry runs. They said Baker is he's not trying to be a journeyman anymore.
Ooh.
He's trying to solidify himself as a starter in this National Football League. I think Baker Mayfield, an experienced Baker Mayfield, not last year, not what we know, because again, he's not with us. I wish him well, but I do keep an eye on him.
Yeah, we got to.
He's playing good football right now, and he led the
Like
Buccaneers
Big Brother, keep an eye on
to a
everybody.
2-0
I heard
start.
he down there killing it. I want to, you know what? I should have followed along. I didn't know, I should have been trying to see if he was
You
playing.
don't got to. It's
No, I'm
2
just
of
saying,
us.
if he was
I'll
play-
do it for
If
you.
he was playing in the preseason, because it's now when we talk about comparing offense and defense and QBs, how you down there having such great success, and we over here struggling against the Steelers. We can't just say somebody's rusty
Right.
because Baker Mayfield's been trying to get his foothold on whatever team he ends up on and making an impact.
Because he's been a
and he down there
journeyman
killing
so
it.
far, but now he's trying.
But you down there
to
killing it
stick
week
around.
2, right?
And again, it's early because
And
they
it's
could have a
easy.
fall and they could go 2 and whatever.
What's that movie called that had Jamie Foxx and Will Smith.
Jamie Foxx and L. Cool J. Any given Sunday.
Any given Sunday.
That's a good
Sunday
reference.
or Monday.
Yep.
All right.
Right.
You I gotta find Kareem Hunt. We gotta go to commercial.
Man, we
gonna look for Kareem Hunt. We be right back.
Hey, what's up, family? Hey, what's up, family? Hey, family, what's up? What's up? Hey, family, what's up? Hey, family. Hey, what's up, family? Got a quick question.
Hey, family, you know what time it is when you hear that sound. Now, look, this is my question of the day. Are you okay with splitting bills in a relationship? Think about that. Now, you think about who you with, who you been
like
with.
this
Hold
question.
on, we not done, though.
Okay.
Now, what if the partner could only afford to pay the light bill? Okay, so hold on, look. Media mogul Tyler Perry is giving relationship advice, Josh. He actually said himself.
Is that not the cheapest thing?
Listen,
I'm sorry, the lights. It's not expensive at all to keep the light bills on
hold on, Josh.
in a house.
Now, he said himself he might get in trouble for saying this, which he did because the internet, they tried to rip him apart.
Go ahead, what'd he say?
But look, he was on the Keep It Positive Sweetie podcast, and I'm a reader, so let me just go ahead and read this to you. He said, I might get in trouble for saying this, but I will. In our society right now, black women are making a lot more money for the most part than black men. And then he says, if you can find love, if that man works at whatever job and is a good man and is good to you and honors the house and honors his wife and does what he can, that's okay. So anything wrong with what he said thus far?
Nope.
I agree with him.
Right.
If you find somebody love you that's good to you, loyal,
Absolutely.
faithful, and honor, okay. So this is where it gets a little tricky. He continued on. He said, as long as he's securing himself to know that, yeah, she makes most of the money, all I can pay is the light bill. As long as she's comfortable enough to say, I'm going to cover the mortgage and all the other stuff, that is fine. What y'all think?
We need to lay hands on Brother Perry, on Brother Tyler Perry. Because our brothers out there, we need to have a little bit more a little bit more gusto within ourselves. We need to have a little bit more passion, a little bit more ambition, Perry, Mr. Tyler Perry, because in all honesty, but when you said what you said first.
At first, I was like, oh, that's good. And he said, Tyler ain't say nothing wrong.
If you find that type of woman who can love a man who is not on her pay scale,
right?
Her ambition. You love a man whose ambition, that woman will bring out the potential greatness in that man and multiply
a good woman,
him.
A good woman gonna bring out every good possibility in a man.
Just like a woman makes a house a home, guess what she can do to a man? She makes him into a king.
A great man.
And she makes him, she amplifies.
Look at Barack and Michelle.
I got to preach real quick.
Look at Barack and Michelle.
A woman amplifies everything a man has.
Right.
The house to the home. The kids, she amplify him to have babies.
Right.
She amplifies his income by joining forces.
You give me your tax return, I'm going to flip it.
She going to flip it. She makes it. You give her ingredients for a meal. She makes the food in the home.
Everything.
You give her the child.
To a good woman.
To a good woman.
There's some trifling women out there. I'm saying to the good women.
You give her a child. She gives you discipline.
Yeah.
She brings that. She coddles the home.
Yeah.
Man, so when Tyler Perry said that,
at the first, I'm like, oh, he got, yes.
I don't think a man needs to feel like they can just be like, oh, I'm secure. It's not about security. I don't think no good man will see a good woman and say, I'm okay with just paying a light bill.
Right.
And being taken care of. I don't think that's the type of man that she actually aspires. She will try to bring out the best in him, right?
Right.
And hopefully I don't say his income have to be more, but to get on a better level.
Right.
Always on the incline.
Right.
What's the next?
So see, where Tyler Perry is right, he is right. Black women hold the #1 spot for the most college degrees in this country, right? And so I understand what he's saying. With that being said, okay, that means that their earning potential is going to be more than the average man, even black or white man, because they're making more. They're more educated, right? So that means they should be compensated more because they have that degree.
Right.
But I started thinking, okay, the caveat to this, okay, you've been married a long time, right? 21 years. How long have you been married?
Something like that.
I know. I'll be trying to
Keep
count.
going.
So I'm thinking, if I'm used to you providing, I'm used to you. I can't compare with the type of money that you brought in yet. So I'm used to that. You see that? You see what I said?
I heard you. I'm with it.
It's coming. No,
I can't wait.
So what I'm saying
till
is,
I can sit
we've been
myself
together
down
so long.
and just pay the light bill. Oh, the light's on.
Josh, like, I love what Tyler said. I know the light bill sounds good. I can do that.
This is me flicking on and off the light. Yep, we
you
good.
see that? I pay for that right there.
We good.
Only way I would be okay with what he said is like we've been together for a long time. Say you ever, God forbid, you ever fell on hard times,
right,
and couldn't keep everything afloat. I've got you, and I wouldn't look at you if he couldn't pay nothing.
I know.
I'm always take care of Josh,
right.
whether we together or not. He's gonna always.
I'm
always have his back.
Get that.
Thank you.
She gonna go out there and you gonna see her on that pole sliding down.
You wanna go to the boom boom room? No, stop, Josh, stop. I'm not playing with you. I can find a job where I can use my brain,
and
Josh.
She's not going to be a fireman.
It takes skills to slide him down those poles, by the way.
It does.
Just stop. Don't listen to him, y'all, okay?
I'm going to be in the back like, get off the stage. Let her dance.
She got bills to pay.
She got,
Josh, she got bills.
She got our bills to pay. I'm going to be right there, security.
Look, okay, I can understand that somebody you done been with a long time and they provided. But man, I got so much to say about this. Okay, I'm okay with if you couldn't pay for something. Of course, I'm gonna take care. I don't care if it's for years. I'm gonna take care of it.
Check.
But if I was in a new relationship or getting to know someone, and they didn't, I don't necessarily say they have to make the same as me. I don't know. I guess I'm just traditional. I look at a man as being a provider.
Right.
So I couldn't date someone who. Unless I see your potential, because sometimes you got to be able to see potential in someone. I would feel uncomfortable thinking that I'm being used by someone who couldn't bring the same amount to the table.
I think that's a woman who has life experience, who is not starting out with a man who doesn't have the same life experience as she. Yeah. So if you didn't have a lot of life experience, you in your 20s, you meet a man who is also...
you young, you're 20, you ain't think about stuff like that. Like,
then
girl,
it's more so...
As long as you got typical betting money, I'm good. Right.
Then you said typical
betting money, I'm good.
Typical betting money.
That's all you need.
Shameless plug.
Right, see?
If you got the typical betting money...
Because when you're in your 20s, you're not thinking about your future. You're thinking about having a good time and, being able to maybe go on a couple trips or something.
Right.
But as far as only being able to provide the light bill in a new relationship, for me, absolutely not. But I got to ask a question for you, though, Josh. What's up? You got something to say? You want to say? What's up? You got something you want to say?
No.
Because you made a face. I thought you had something to say.
Yeah.
So is it a lot of pressure for men to always feel like they have to provide? Because as women, we don't think about them having those type of stressors. Like, man.
Yes. Simple answer, yes.
You don't mind it, though, do you?
Mind what?
Being a provider.
Not me personally.
Okay.
That's in my job is to provide and provide security, provision. That's a traditional aspect of the man to do all those things. A roof over your head, clothes on your back, food on the table.
And not being uncomfortable with anything else. Because in my head, I want to provide too. I want to add too. You know what I'm saying?
Well, anatomically, a man is more rough around the edges. He's built to get his hands dirty.
Right.
He's not as soft as a woman, correct? Anatomically speaking.
Right.
Anatomically speaking, I'm more masculine. I produce that, so I'm supposed to be a protector.
Right.
These P words: protect, provision, provide. Anatomically, you are a woman. You're softer.
Yeah.
You're more of a nurturer. You have breasts, right? To nurture.
Right.
And you are more you're supposedly more intelligent, because we need our strength. You use your intellect and your mind.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? Your feminine ability.
Yeah.
To take care of everything else. That's why we go together as pairs. We're not built to stand on our own.
Right.
So I think as we come together, man and women, we mesh.
Right.
And we gain all the pieces, like that shirt I wear, the rescue. No, what's the
what?
You gotta
what
help
shirt?
me out. Like the
What shirt you wear?
when you're, dang it, man, forget it. It's like a superhero.
Okay.
When our powers combine.
Oh, Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
Okay, yeah.
You know how all the
'Cause any
powers
good woman
combine,
gonna wanna get right,
and
add
then you
to
get
it.
Captain Planet.
Right.
That's a man and a woman. When your powers combine, that's a successful joining of people, a marriage, and so forth.
I can only imagine. Okay, I wish we had more time to talk about it, but we don't. We got to go to commercial. We'll be right back.
All right, it is time for Pay the Man.
Pay the Man, baby.
Pay the Man, and it is... I love this segment, Pay the Man, and looking at last game, I want to go ahead and talk about the Browns defense.
Okay.
They win Pay the Man by far. When you look at our defense, I wanted to give it to a certain someone. I wanted to give it to Denzel Ward. I had his jersey over here, but Newsome deserves it. Emerson deserves it. Myles Garrett, Zadarius. So the whole Jim Schwartz deserves it. Pay the Man goes to the Cleveland Browns defense.
Okay.
And then my second Pay the Man.
Oh, you got two.
I got two. Goes to Shador Sanders.
Shador Sanders, baby.
Came back, led his team on the 5-yard line and scored, sending the game into double overtime, which they eventually won.
Won that game.
And that is this week's Pay the Man,
Can
baby.
I just say, I had put a tweet out there. Y'all follow us on Twitter and all our social media accounts. I put a tweet out there saying, with the fact that I was up until 3 a.m. last night watching a Colorado football game is beyond me.
Yeah,
Josh,
that is. We were up there late.
I gotta get
to
Colorado.
We were up very late. Maria, I did want to say this on here. I think I have the picture. I was nominated to the Pro Football Hall of Fame again.
Congratulations.
Again, I put an arrow right there. Show the zoom in with the other clip.
Your name right there, baby.
So it's the special teams. I put another clip on there if you have it. It's
they'll find it.
Yeah.
But post it on your social.
I'm going to post it on my
social. So
social.
what do we do now? Is it up to us to vote for you?
It's up to
Tell
the
them.
fan
Call them
voting.
action right now. Tell them.
The fans, you got to vote. Go on the Pro Football Hall of Fame website. I'm going to post as soon as it come out so fans can understand how to vote. Trying to get in the Pro Bowl, guys. No,
we've been in the Pro Bowl. We done been there and done that.
I done been to the
Hall of
Pro
Fame.
Bowl. I want to be in the Hall of Fame.
But when they talk about the best
4
kick
times
returners in the world, your name always is brought up.
Not just returners, but cover as well. No one has done the things that I've done.
Let them know. Let them know what that means.
Covering punts and kicks.
That means you go down there and do what?
NFL. I go down there and tackle punt returners and kick returners at the highest levels.
With other people's names who are sprinkled in this Hall of Fame talk, they weren't doing.
I returned punt return and kick returns at the highest levels. So when you look at the great punt return and kick returners, you can name a few, but who's done it both? You can name guys who's been good cover guys, but who's done both? So that's my ammo for why I should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Right,
Thanks.
we got to make that happen. We got to stand behind you. The city loves you.
Ahead,
y'all
babe.
love Josh. Like y'all claim y'all love him. Make sure y'all vote him in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations on being nominated.
We got a couple minutes. You want to go to some trending real quick?
I just wanted to talk about, the Colorado game. Can we get back to that? Okay, so I could not believe I was up watching that game. Josh, please find a way to get me tickets to that game. I want to be on the sidelines. I want to meet Deion Sanders. What?
You're going to get on that pole to get that money. Coming to the stage.
Josh, can I just say I'm just so happy with the success of that team. I was salty when Deion left Jackson State, but now that I see what he's doing.
Talk about his glasses.
I brought those glasses too. They got these gold glasses that he wear when he's coaching. I brought them. It's like on a Bender website.
Guess how much he made?
I saw $1.2 million.
8 now.
On the
I just seen it.
I'm glad I got mine before they sold
at the
out.
beginning of the day, now it's $8 million. He made $8 million.
But what I love about what they're doing is
a pair.
they try to count his son out and his whole regime out, saying, "Oh, they were playing against talent that was not the same as the Pac-10, the Big Ten schools and things like that.
Power 5 schools.
The Power 5 schools, and they showing you that was not true. There's a lot of talent in the HBCUs. Y'all just didn't go look for him, but they down there. He killing it, and he said he turned into Brady mode, Josh.
Yep.
That last
he
bit
said
of the
he
game,
talks
I love
to Brady.
Yeah.
All the time.
I love it.
And that's amazing.
I love it.
Thanks, Tom Brady, for helping out your young boy, your young pups.
The young pups down there. Do we got to take a break? What we doing? The show's over?
Yeah, I think we got to take a quick break.
We're going to come right back. Don't you guys go anywhere. I'm telling you, Josh, I'm getting me some tickets to Colorado. Either you with me or you against me.
Do I gotta slide down the pole again?
I'm just saying,
you know what you gotta do.
That's the Deion Sanders. That's the Deion Sanders effect right there.
Prices. Those is NFL prices for them tickets.
That's the Deion Sanders effect.
We're gonna be hovering on a scoreboard trying to watch the game with binoculars. We're gonna be looking like this, like, hey, go Colorado.
He turned Colorado into an HBCU. I seen somebody put that tweet up. I was cracking up.
Hey man,
they had
some
Lil
good
Wayne
football
out there. They had The Rock out there. Did you hear The Rock?
I
you
did.
see him at the WWE come out, the People's Champ. Josh, And then Aaron Rodgers talking about he about to come back this season. Aaron Rodgers. We're going to talk about him next week.
Oh, okay.
On the Pat McAfee show, he said he might be back this season.
What?
I got to fill you in,
They
Josh.
gotta
I got
get to the playoffs
I do. Look,
before
you
he get
guys,
back.
we love y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure you follow us at The Return with Josh Maria Cribbs on all our social media platforms. Josh, I can't wait. I got to see this Titans game, baby.
Titans, Browns got to come back and do it big.
Yeah, y'all. We love you for watching. We'll see you right back here next time. That was a good one, babe.